Hi everyone, so this is part 3 of 3 and we're going to make a tag today using Mama Elephant's Halloween die set. As I've said in part 1 and 2, they create a variety of Halloween characters, so a mummy and a Frankenstein and a vampire and all these different characters. So I'm going to start with a tag that I cut using my brother's ScanNCut. It was just one that was on the ScanNCut itself. And I'm using Newton's Nooks, I think it's just called Bats, the stencil, and some carved pumpkin distress oxide ink to layer onto that tag. And the reason I used oxide is because it sits on top of the paper. It's kind of like a combo between a dye and a pigment ink. So that's what makes it a very cool kind of ink, because it's a combination of the two. So you can do a variety of different things with those inks. But it's not necessary to have them. It's just a regular distress ink or a regular dye ink will sit on top of seep into the paper rather than sitting on top of the paper like a pigment ink would. So I've got the base of what will be a vampire and or a Dracula, shall we say. Dracula. Yes, it's early in the morning and I'm doing this and I feel a bit kooky today, so there you go. So vampire is gonna get put together. I've obviously done his little hair, if you like, and I'm just going to add in all the different features of his face. So here I have the little mouth piece that I'm just popping on, and I thought I'd do this slightly slower so that although it's quicker than normal speed, at least you can sort of see what I'm doing. So hopefully this makes more sense. Sometimes when I fast forward the videos, it gets a bit crazy and you can't really see what's going on. So I'm trying to be more aware of that for you guys. So he's got his little nose, and obviously this is a cute vampire. This isn't a scary, creepy kind of vampire. So we're going with cute this time as well. And all the characters in this are very, very cute. Like, they're all very similar in their cuteness, but they are distinctly different. Like you can tell that one's a vampire, or one's a Frankenstein, or one's a what was the other one I did? A mummy. So yeah. So just putting on a couple of scars, because you know he's a vampire. He's bound to have a scar or two, isn't he? And here I'm just going to add, although it's hard to see in the video because of obviously it's white on white, but I'm putting his little fangs on. And I think it's so cute that he's got, the dye will cut separate fangs for you, so you can use them for you know, in different colour cardstock and that. You could do them red with blood dripping. I could have done that to make it more creepy, but I was going for cute today. And that's just a adhesive eraser. So if you get some goopy bits from your adhesive, then you use that, and it's very easy. It takes it off straight, you know, sort of if it leaks out the edges or something like that, then it just takes it right off. So I've got some distress ink here in Vintage Photo. I think I've said in previous videos I use this on just about everything, especially at Halloween ink. Or if you want anything vintagey or, you know, a bit dirty looking, that's how I term it, which I know might seem a little silly to say, but I do. I love the look of it. I just think it makes such a difference. You don't have to use an oxide or a Vintage Photo. You can use any brown tone, will work really well for a vintagey look, or any you know, you can ink around the edges with any of your colors, even a tone on tone. So if you've got a green cardstock, use a green ink and it will make a difference. So I've just stamped using My Pink Stamper, which is an old school stamp set that I've had for years, and I'm actually rounding the bottom of some of the corners, so his face, the little tag there, or sentiment strip, and I'm just going to again ink around the edges there. This one says Fantastic, get it? I can't help it, I love that stamp set. And I'm just going to pop it underneath his head, basically. I thought that was quite a good place to put it. And also it's a bit old school like this. I remember doing this way back when this was kind of the thing. You could do it on the side of a topper on your card or something like that, is to put the sentiment sideways, or tucked in behind, like I'm doing here, but you could do it on the side or the bottom, and it's just a different look for putting your sentiment on. So trying to line it up, but I'm not very good with straight lines, so we're winging it, but it's fine. It worked out fine. So I'm now going to pop him onto the tag, and I'm going to use some foam strips or foam tape rather than like dimensional dots, or whatever you want to call them, adhesive dots, just because I think I needed it a bit more sturdy on there. Being a tag, it's going to get sort of, I guess, moved around a bit if it's on a gift or something like that. So I just think it makes it more solid, on there, if that makes sense. So just popping that on, and I just think it looked really, really cute. Really cute. And he just fits on my tag. The tag I kind of created amending the dimensions so that I could get him to fit on there. So I made the tag according to the size of the my little vampire. So now I'm going to take like a ton of twine, and I'm just wrapping around my fingers, and I'm going to create kind of like just something different on top. So I'm not creating a bow per se, but I just want to create this sort of, you'll see in a minute, it's gonna, to me it looks like mad hair when it's done, but it's just a different way of adding something to the top of your tags. And then I'm going to take another, so I've threaded that whole bunch through, and now I'm going to take another piece of twine, and I'm going to tie around the top of that so that that's what's holding it onto the tag. And I'm just going to do a little just a little tie there. This one I'm going to tie into a bow, but I'm going to show you in a minute what I'm going to do with the top bit. Is I'm actually going to cut all those loops that I've just created. I'm actually going to cut them so that they are almost like loose hair. It's not hair, but you'll see, to me it looks all like funky on the top. So I just went through the loops and just carefully cut them all, and you'll see it just makes this fuzzy little thing. You could easily do this if you had a snowman or something like that. I think this on the top of like a tag that had a snowman on it, or a Santa or something, that would look really cute for Christmas as well. And then here I'm just going to create, although I did it a couple different ways until I got it right for me, but I created a loop that I could then attach it to a parcel or to a gift or what have you, and there you can see I just took it off because it didn't, that bit, for whatever reason that didn't work out the way I thought it was going to work. So I'm looping it, going through the back, and then that loop, maybe I've changed my mind on this. I'm doing it a different way. So I'm just tying a knot around there, and then I will also tie a knot in the length of the actual tag, the little I don't know what you call it, the little stringy bit that gets attached to the card or the present or whatever it is that you're attaching it to. But there you go, funky hair. I just thought it looked so funny. So hello magic. So so there it is. It's very simple to do. It's it's an all die cut pretty much, with the exception of a bit of stamping. Easy tag to do. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That lets YouTube know that you want to see more from me, and it also lets me know that you like what you see. So I will see you in the next one, guys. Happy Halloween. Bye.